you can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir,
And can
loud and
also
clear.
see
सर
the screen.
लाइट गई हुई है तो सिग्नल बहुत कट रहे हैं,
Can also see the
मोबाइल भी
screen.
बंद हो रहा है.
Yes, sir, we can see the screen.
Yes,
Right.
sir, few
All those
दिख
who
रहे
have some problem, please, when mobile switch off or laptop, you can leave. But all those who are here, please, let's continue with this. So, uh, here I was telling you that major fuels which are used is the coal. Then there is fuel oil. I have talked about this. Then there was natural gas, and I told you that the major constituent is methane. And you know, methane consists of carbon and hydrogen, CH4. As well, there are some lighter hydrocarbons, so when they will burn, they will produce CO2 as well as CO. If sulfur is there, SO2 is produced. As well, in liquefied petroleum gas, its main constituent, remember, it is propane and butane. So there are also some lighter other, for example, propene, butane, etc. But major constituent are propane and butane in LPG. So that propane is also and butane is also consisting of like carbon and hydrogen. So when they will burn, they will produce these components which we have already discussed in last slide. So due to burning of all these fuel, if I just conclude it, overall they will produce, carbon is producing like CO2 as well as CO. If there is a complete combustion, CO2 is produced. Otherwise, in case of incomplete combustion, carbon monoxide is produced. And a result of hydrogen reaction with oxygen, like water is produced and sulfur produce SO2. In the last slide, I told you that sometimes nitrogen also reacts and nitrogen dioxide or nitrogen oxide are produced. So when they are produced, they are usually produced at very high temperatures. For example, 1800 degrees C. They are produced in large amount, mean at these high temperatures. But most of the time, temperature is that not high, or maybe it is less than this. So very small amount of nitrogen reacts with the oxygen and they produce NOx. And because they are produced in very small amount, due to this reason, we were also ignoring them in the last discussion where we solved some problem related to material balance. We considered nitrogen as a like non-reacting element, so that is not reacting in the system. So when you look at all these fuels, major component which react is the carbon, hydrogen, and if sulfur is there, that will be reacting. They get oxidized and the heat is produced as well as these oxides are produced. So this is overall idea of combustion. So after
sir,
this,
एक question.
जी
सर, LNG और LPG में क्या फर्क है?
LNG is liquefied natural gas. Basically, natural gas is liquefied, that is converted to the liquid form, that is condensed instead of gas that is in the form of liquid. But when it is liquefied natural gas, its major constituent will be methane and small amount of ethane and propane. But when you say LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, that's its overall composition is different. This is also liquefied, but that is majorly propane and butane. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Clear, Hasib? Majorly, actually, when natural gas is produced, here onshore, like uh, out of sea, so it is usually transported with the help of pipelines. But when it is being produced inside sea, sometimes it is not easy to transport it through the pipelines, so they just liquefy it and fill in the like vessels, and then they transport it. That's the reason to like liquefy this natural gas. But most of the time it is not liquefied, but sometimes they just liquefy it for transportation purpose. Right, so here are few terminologies, as I told you, that which you didn't discuss before this when you solve material balance system. So here one system, one terminology major which you will see most of the time when you will be looking at this system, that's called complete combustion. So I think you are already aware about this terminology. Can anyone tell me what does that mean, complete combustion?
Sir,
सर
excess of
बिल्कुल ही नहीं
oxygen
समझ आ रही,
reaction.
नेट नहीं चल रहा बिल्कुल ही.
अली आप क्लास लीव कर दो प्लीज़, बाकी लोग कोई बताए, बाद में यार सुन लेना लेक्चर काइंडली.
Sir, excess of
There are
oxygen
the
with a
reactants
reaction
converted
or
into
complete
CO2 and
reaction.
H2.
Yes, actually, you know that major constituent, as we discussed in all these main fuel, that is like carbon. So when carbon reacts with oxygen, you know that there are two chemicals which are produced, either it is CO or CO2. So when CO2 is being produced, that's complete combustion. We say that complete reaction of carbon with oxygen takes place. But when there is CO, you know that CO can react still with oxygen and can form like CO2. So as well, water is being produced majorly when reaction takes place. This water takes place. So overall, when these fuels are burned. Why he mentioned only CO2 and water? Because the major constituent of these fuels are carbon and hydrogen. As I discussed in the last slide, for all of these fuels, major constituent are carbon and hydrogen. So whenever reaction will take place, CO2 and H2 are only produced. That means it is complete combustion. So another terminology which we call it partial combustion or incomplete combustion. So that definitely, you know, that's involved actually formation of carbon monoxide. So along with CO2, maybe sometimes CO2 and carbon monoxide both are produced. In some of the reactions, only carbon monoxide is produced instead of like CO2. Sometimes only CO2 produced. So whenever only CO2 is being produced, it is complete combustion. But wherever some amount of carbon monoxide will appear, it will be called as partial combustion or incomplete combustion. So in any of the problem wherever he mentions partial or incomplete combustion, that means you have to write one reaction which will involve the production of carbon monoxide. So here, for example, you can see that in first reaction, carbon is reacting with the oxygen and it is producing CO2. So maybe let's take it as a coal. For example, the major constituent of coal, which was carbon, so that's reacting, that's getting oxidized and CO2 is produced. So either it is complete or incomplete combustion, first reaction. What does this reaction
Complete
shows?
combustion.
Complete.
सर
Well,
पहला रिएक्शन
suppose
कंप्लीट
I told you that carbon is the only constituent which is going to combust. So at the same time, mean partial or incomplete combustions takes place. So which reaction you will write?
इनकम्प्लीट में तो कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड वाला नहीं आएगा
जी, incomplete में you will write like reaction of carbon plus oxygen and you will be producing carbon monoxide, as well as you will write this. I mean, you can write, if it is mentioned that CO2 is also produced, then you should mention that this reaction which is given here, like C plus O2 gives you CO2. Okay, in the next like here you are given that there is propane and its reaction oxidation is taking place. So first reaction is given for complete combustion. So whenever you say complete combustion, either reactions are given to you or not, you have to write like this constituent, whatever it is. For example, it is propane. It will react with the oxygen and we will be producing CO2 plus water. This is for complete combustion. So whenever you will write the equation later on, definitely you have to balance this equation and then you can solve the problem. And whenever he mentioned that, okay, at the same time, partial combustion is also taking place. So wherever the word partial combustion appear, you have to write the equation which involve production of carbon monoxide. So there is carbon monoxide and water being produced here. Due to this reason, he has mentioned here for propane two reaction. Whenever only complete combustion, CO2 production only. When there is involvement of partial, so carbon monoxide is also produced. Another here he mentioned for sulfur containing compound. For example, sulfur is also part of maybe sometime natural gas. It is also available in the form of also part of sometime coal. So that also reacts with the oxygen and that produce, for example, here CO2 plus SO2 is being produced. But in most of the questions which you will be solving here for book, they will involve majorly carbon and hydrogen. Mostly they didn't contain sulfur, but maybe sometimes there are reactions for sulfur are also there. So for example, here carbon disulfide that reacts with oxygen and then it produces CO2 plus SO2. And sulfur is available in the coal in form of various other sulfur containing chemicals. In the natural gas, it is in the form of mercaptan. You can see different sulfur compounds. Most of the time, whenever they will be mentioned, if they are in the fuel, formula will be given to you. Then you can easily write the reaction. One thing here when you will be solving these problems, that is about air composition. So what is composition of air? Can anyone mention what composition mean here and what constituents are there in the air?
79% nitrogen
Oxygen
gas,
and nitrogen.
21%
Nitrogen, oxygen,
Yes.
and
Noble
Okay.
gases, water
yes.
vapors.
Right. One thing. Can you tell me last time you calculated this molecular weight of air? Do you remember what was that value?
29.1.
29.
29. Right. Actually here which
29.
I'm gonna show you, this is exact composition of the air which is mentioned here, but we will usually consider only nitrogen and oxygen for our convenience when we will be solving these problems. But let me show you here. It is the major composition of air which is normally considered, that is nitrogen, oxygen, there is argon, carbon monoxide, and then other small amounts. So here they are given in the percentages is the composition. Actually, this is the exact composition. Nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 20.99, and argon is almost 1%, and then other are in very small amount. So based on, if you involve all these, average molecular weight is exactly 29, but when we calculated, if you remember, that was 28.8 or 28.9, and at that time I told you that you can use 29 exactly. So most of the time in these combustion calculation where you will involve the reaction of this oxygen with these fuels, mostly we consider only nitrogen and oxygen. And what are their values which you told, like there is 79% nitrogen is considered and 21% is like oxygen. So in combustion calculation, for just simplification, in order to make it like simplified, we usually just consider that there is nitrogen and oxygen only. So that's 79% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, or maybe sometime they write it like in the form of ratio, that 79%. If we consider the 100 mole of air, how many moles of nitrogen will be there? If I just
79 moles.
Yes, 79 moles and 21 moles of oxygen. So based on that, he has mentioned here that there are 79 moles of nitrogen per 21 moles of oxygen. Or their ratio just simply can be like 3.76 mole of nitrogen per mole of oxygen. From where this ratio appear, it is actually this division 79 divided by 21. That gives you the value. It means that whenever there are 3.76 moles of nitrogen, there will be 1 mole of oxygen. And normally you will be using this average molecular weight of 29 if still it is needed somewhere. Why we are not considering others, by the way, here they are mostly they didn't react most of the time. Or for example, here you can see hydrogen. You guys can think, okay, hydrogen will react definitely, but its amount is very small, that's negligible. And if you remember some problem from the last week or last time when we discussed, though, we always considered nitrogen as well, like that is not reacting. So these also didn't react, so they are just taken as a nitrogen. Like you consider here, instead of 78, you consider it 79%. Okay, any question? Right, up to here we are just we have discussed what combustion is and what are the fuel
Yes, sir,
major
question.
forms, what is the composition of the fuels. So that is oxygen, hydrogen mainly, and then there is terminology like what does complete combustion mean. I think whenever now it will be written in any question, you can easily figure out what he means, or iske baad next incomplete or partial combustion. Yes, question.
सर वो फोर्थ रिएक्शन एक मिनट निकालने जरा लास्ट स्लाइड में जाए
जी सर.
सर ये कंप्लीट कंबंशन कैसे है
एक्चुअली कंप्लीट कम्बस्शन हमने ये कहा है ना, कंप्लीट कम्बस्शन वो होती है जिसमें CO2 बन रही होती है इंस्टेड ऑफ CO.
तो सर हम SO2 को नहीं देखेंगे
SO2 को नहीं देखना, SO2 ही बननी है. आप बेसिकली ना कंप्लीट कम्बस्शन एंड इनकम्प्लीट कम्बस्शन इज रेफर्ड आर बेस्ड ऑन CO and CO2.
ओके
Yeah, CO and CO2. So in this reaction, actually CO2 is produced. Suppose you just consider it as a production of only CO instead of CO2, then it is complete incomplete combustion or partial combustion. Okay.
यस सर थैंक यू
Right. So then there is another terminology called stack or flue gases. So stack or flue gases is the terminology used for all of these gases which are produced as a result of combustion reaction. And they also include water vapor. Not only the gases, water vapor are also part of those. They are also flue gases. are stack gases. So wherever he used this terminology, stack gases or flue gases, that means all of the gases which are produced as a result of combustion. For example, your fuel contain only carbon and hydrogen, then there can be carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and water. If it is complete combustion, there will be only two, CO2 and water. If sulfur is there, that will be considered also like SO2 as a part of these gases. So it depends on the composition of fuel that what
सर
gases
आपकी आवाज बहुत कट
produce.
रही है.
ठीक आ रही है सर आपकी आवाज.
सर काफी कट रही है आवाज आपकी.
सही आ रही है.
ठीक ही है.
Okay, fine. So wet gases, then these flue gases, we usually carry or we conduct two type of analysis on these gases. One is called wet basis analysis and other is called dry basis analysis. So what does this mean, wet basis analysis? Whenever you take this composition of any gas and you also include water vapor in that composition, that means your analysis is based on wet basis. Wet, when we use this word wet indicates that whenever there is a water, somewhere water will be there, so that analysis will be considered as a analysis or composition on wet basis. I will show you in next slide this example that what does that mean, that overall here just consider, for example, whenever combustion is taking place, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, water and for example SO2 are being produced. So when these four, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, SO2 and water, all these four are considered, so that flue gas analysis will be called as analysis based on wet basis. If we just remove water vapor from this and we consider all other gases, so that is called composition on dry basis. Dry mean you have removed the water, wet mean water is a part of the system. So that represents the component, for example mole fractions, wherever there is gas without water vapor, that analysis will be called as dry basis. So when this terminology will be used in some of the problem, he will ask you to calculate composition, for example for any reaction he gives and he asks you to calculate composition on dry basis. So what does that mean? You have to exclude the water from that composition analysis, and whenever he say carry out the analysis based on wet basis, that means water is the part of that system. So dry base analysis is also called as Orset analysis. So that method used for analysis of flue gases, which is based on dry bases, that is called Orset analysis. So sometime you will also see this terminology, Orset analysis. That means your analysis which is based on dry bases, which is without water. For example, look here at this example to more clarify this, that a gas contain 33.3 mole percent carbon dioxide, then there is 33.3% nitrogen and 33.3% water up to here. Is it total 100%?
No sir.
Hello? Okay, कितनी है?
0.1% रहता है. 0.1% रहता है.
0.01, so overall you can take one of those as a 33.4, so now it is like overall 100%. So the thing here is that either it is dry base analysis or wet base analysis.
Wet base.
Wet base, why?
Sir,
Water
water
is
is included in.
Because we are considering three gases, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and water is also part of that. So that's the wet basis, because we just studied that whenever water is part of the composition, that is wet base analysis. So if we just remove the water from this and then we do the calculation, at the end of the day you will see that it is 50% CO2 and 50% nitrogen, and this is based on dry basis. Why? Because you
Water
have
नहीं है
just
इसमें
kicked out the water, you have removed the water. So can you calculate this? For example, you were given initial composition 33%, 33.3% CO2, 33.3% nitrogen, and this 33.4 or 3% water, and I asked you to calculate or to find its composition based on dry basis. So either it will be this one which is given here, 50% CO2 and 50% nitrogen, or it will be different. Can you do this calculation?
Yes, sir.
How you will do? What will be your first step here to solve this problem? To consider the bases. For example, you can take initially for wet bases, you can consider 100 moles of gas. So overall 100 mole, then there will be 33.3 mole of CO2, 33.3 mole of nitrogen, and 33.4 mole of water. Total are 100 moles. Now just remove the water. What are two gases left are the CO2 and nitrogen. Just add their moles, you will get total number of mole. Now you have their individual mole as well as total mole. Total will be 66.6 moles. So now you can find composition. Composition, you know that it is either mass fraction or mole fraction. So here these are gases. We are all talking about these moles. So it will be like 50% CO2 and 50% nitrogen. There was one topic in the chapter 2 which we call change of bases, so that we are using here as a like for this calculation, that how I can find this.
सर एक्चुअली ना मेरे पीसी की बैटरी ना बहुत लो है, तो फिर मैं कह रही हूँ कि आप इधर से साइन इन कर लीजिए।
Yes, 42 and 58 have any question?
सर क्वेश्चन ये है सर कि जो हमारे पास जो फ्लू गैसेस हैं सर, तो
जी।
वो अगर हमारे पास CO2 बन रहा है तो वो भी फ्लू गैसेस में इंक्लूडेड है?
Yes,
सारी
yes,
गैसेस?
all gases. I defined it as a, for example, you see stack gas or flue gases are all gases which are produced as a result of combustion. They are all considered as flue gases. This is the terminology used for these gases which are
Okay, sir.
produced as a result of combustion. Yes, any other question? 58. No, okay. Right, guys, look at this. In the middle here you have flue gases from some plant. So that's given, they are given different names. As I told you, flue gases, there are stack gases are, and this is based on wet based analysis or wet basis analysis. So that means initially this word wet shows that there will be water inside this system. So along with water, he has mentioned as CO2 and CO. So can you tell me, by looking at this, either it is complete combustion or incomplete? Anyone?
Incomplete.
Why?
Incomplete.
Carbon
COS है जी।
monoxide.
Yes, because CO is also part of this gases product, so that means this is incomplete combustion as well. Water is there, so it's mean it is on wet basis. So there is also oxygen, mean unburned oxygen, and nitrogen is like non-reacting agent as well. There was sulfur maybe in the fuel, so SO2 is also produced. So now you are asked to do the analysis based on dry basis. RSET analysis. So in that analysis, what you have to exclude out of all these gases? Only water. You will remove the water. For example, I give you the amount of all these 6-7 gases, and I ask you, okay, now do analysis based on dry bases. For example, in the last slide we discussed one point, there were 3 gases, and then we remove the water vapors. So when you remove, other 2 were left, and you can do their calculation. So whenever he mentions somewhere you are provided with something and he says this is the analysis based on wet basis, you have to do analysis on dry basis. उसमें आपने क्या करना है? Just you have to remove the water from that system. Okay, next here another analysis which you can do or which is required or given here is like in the third one, you can see that in the top you can see it's written here dry flue gases on SO2 free base. First of all, dry flue gas, what does this indicate?
There is no water.
No water. As well, he mentioned one more thing here, that on SO2 free basis, at the same time we also have to remove SO2 from the system. So when you will remove SO2, that will also be not included, and here their composition will again change. This composition is actually relative to the others. relative to the others, that if we keep on removing, for example here when we remove the water, its composition will be different. When you come here, SO2 will be removed, so their new composition will appear in terms of percentages to make it 100%. I think here are two simple problems related to this. I will just go through them, tell you the method, please solve it later on. So a stack gas contains 60 mole percent nitrogen, 15% CO2 and 10% O2 and the balanced water. By the way, you can see he didn't mention here anything, either it is mass or mole, but what you will consider?
Sir, mole.
They are
Mole.
moles, all are mole. Even water will also be, because water is the form of vapor. When it is part of flue gases, it is in the form of vapor, it is in the form of gaseous state, so that's also in the form of mole. So overall, all these will be considered as a mole percentage. So can you tell me what is mole percentage of water here, which is not given? He has just said that balanced water. Balance means
15%.
15%.
15%. You can add all these and just subtract those from the 100, you will get it. Okay, good. So calculate, he asks us, calculate the molar composition of gas on a dry basis. So first of all, the composition which is given is either wet basis or dry basis.
Wet basis.
Wet basis, because water is part of that composition. That is composition based on wet basis, because water is also part of that. Now in this next part which he asked you to do, that molar composition of gas on a dry basis, means you have to remove the water, and when you will remove water from this system, you have to do this calculation. So how you will proceed? First step,
सर पहले बेस लेंगे 100 मोल की.
good. Basis will be the 100 mole. So when
Yes.
you take basis as a 100 mole, can you find the mole of each of these components?
Yes sir.
How?
सर वो 60 मोल्स हो जाएंगे हमारे पास.
उसने दिए में
N2
सर.
के.
Yes, composition is given, so that you can use. Actually, you guys already very well know this when we studied the composition topic. So from here you can use this composition, that is actually 60%. In fraction it will be 0.6. So mole fraction of this is 0.6 multiplied by total mole 100 will give you the 60 mole of nitrogen, 15 mole of CO2, 15 mole of water and 10 mole of oxygen. And now in the next step, what you have to do to remove the water from the system. When you will be remove the water, now how many moles are left over?
85 sir.
75.
Why we are removing the water? By the way, all other who are maybe sleeping or around, so can you tell me why I'm removing the water?
Dry basis के लिए.
Good guys, because we have to do calculation on dry basis, so due to this I will just remove the water. So how many moles are left? Someone told that now there are left over are 85 moles. So in dry gas total are 85 moles. So now next step is to find the composition of that gas. Remember, we have discussed about it a lot of times, before midterm, but the student didn't attend the initial lecture. So composition mean either it's mole composition or mass composition, so that you have to find. So molar composition or mass composition here, because moles, which mean molar composition, and that is based on like composition in terms of mole percentage. So here what we will do, these are the total 85 moles after we have removed the water, because we were performing dry base analysis. So in this 85 are total mole. For each of these components, you already know there are 60 mole of nitrogen, 15 mole of CO2 and 10 mole of oxygen. So you can use, you can find, by the way, mole fraction.
Individually सर जी 60 को 85 से डिवाइड करेंगे, 15
Yes,
को 85
good.
से 10
Because mole fraction is mole of that component divided by total number of mole. Mole of that component are 60, for example, for nitrogen, divided by total, they are 85. So that will give you the answer in fraction, and you can multiply it with the 100 to get it in the percentage. Okay. Does anyone have any question here? I think that's pretty straightforward from something midterm, but if still you have any question, let me know. Okay, good.
सर एक दफा काइंडली इसको रिपीट कर दें सर.
आप कौन, रोल नंबर प्लीज?
65 सर.
अच्छा, आप तो पहले थे. ओके राइट. बच्चे, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ बेसिकली आपको क्वेश्चन ये था कि मोलर कंपोजिशन आपको ड्राई बेसिस पे फाइंड करनी है. तो ड्राई बेसिस से पता है ड्राई बेसिस से मुराद क्या है? excluding
सर
water.
जिसमें वाटर यस सर जिसमें वाटर
Exclude
हो
that. When you will exclude the water, what are left are like these three components only: nitrogen, CO2, and oxygen. So now when they are only left, how many total number of mole of these components? Do you know? When
सर
you
ये
have
85
water, 85, yes, because these are 60, these are 15 and 10. Now there was one topic in the second chapter we studied that was called change of bases. In the question, when we change the bases, suppose you exclude one of the component, now your base is not total, now it is 85, it is not 100. So it's mean their overall composition has changed now because we have kicked out one of those. So now when you have 85 mole, these are the total mole. Individual moles we know already. So we can find their composition, and I told you that composition mean either mass fraction or mass percentage, yeah, mole fraction or mole percentage. So here, because this is mole stuff, so it means we have to find mole fraction. So how can I find the mole fraction or composition of nitrogen in dry gas? Now dry gas is total 85 mole. Its composition is like for nitrogen. Composition mean we have to find mu percentage of nitrogen, and that is based on this 60 were initial divided by 85 because the total mole of this dry gas. So it is composition of nitrogen in dry gas. Okay, it is 60 over 85. Similarly,
Yes.
you will find for CO2 it will be like 15 over 85. और oxygen के लिए क्या होगी 10 over 85. So you will get new answer, and when you guys will add those answer, they will make it total as a 100%. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Okay, then
Thanks.
there is another question that is also similar to this one, but a bit different. Here, a gas contains 1 mole of hydrogen, 1 mole of oxygen, and 2 mole of water. He has given you now at this time exact mole. He didn't mention the composition. He has told you the moles of all constituent. What is the molar composition of gas on wet basis? Can you guys find please molar composition?
Yes, sir.
Anyone has any confusion? Let me know. Otherwise हमने अभी बात की है कि मोलर कंपोजिशन से मुराद क्या होता है, मोल फ्रैक्शन फाइंड करना या उसको परसेंटेज में कन्वर्ट कर लेना. So total moles are 4, so you can find it is 25%, it is 25%, and water is 50%. This is on wet basis. What does this mean on dry basis? It's mean we have to exclude water. So when you will exclude water, what are two components left are only hydrogen and oxygen. You will just add their moles. Their moles are 2 moles. So on dry basis, its amount is 50%, and it is also 50%. Clear? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So that's the similar stuff. So how many students are there in the class, by the way? So what do you say? Should we continue or should stop here?
Stop.
Why?
सर स्टॉप ही करते हैं, जितना किया वो नेट पर लगा देना तो सर उसको डाउनलोड करके देख लेते हैं.